Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Runescape 3, the questing series playing the Children of Ma. Gonna be honest, I am shocked at the toll that the last video has taken on my voice. I am very out of shape, vocally. But it's okay, let's travel to Centisten in the Second Age in Karshai's memories. It's very invasive, but it's okay, he allowed it. Whoa, this is freaking fancy looking. Hey, I know this thing! It's Duke Sucullus? Wait, that was his name? That was the weird monster in the horror quest that scared me a lot. What is that thing? Zebub. Like Beelzebub? Some vampires over here. Molzar the Merciless. Purger. Who are some of these people? I don't know, but this whole place is awesome and I love it. And what are these weird little freaky mouth things all over the place? It's like Zerus has a fetish for the one thing he can never have. Lips. I love my lips. Alright.
Azanadra has summoned me to the throne room, but his message was vague. My job in Centisten was that of an inquisitor, so I first thought information is what was going on and why I was needed.
I kind of butchered that line a little bit, but let's just pretend that didn't happen. Okay. I guess we should probably talk to all these people, get information. I mean, I'm not sure what I'm trying to get information about, but it can't hurt to talk to people.
Purger, might you know why we have been gathered here?
Oh, Inquisitor, you startled me. The rumor is that there may be a traitor in our midst.
I recall that Purger was repeatedly touching a book he used to carry. A curious magical object that would record his every thought and action. You look awfully nervous.
Nervous? What makes you say that?
Well, you keep touching that book of yours. In my line of work, you tend to pick up on nervous tics.
Oh, this, no, just the habit, I guess. All my thoughts get written in it, so it is never far from my mind.
Yes, I have heard all about your book. A curious object, yet extremely useful to the empty lord. Always able to read what you have seen and done.
It is both a gift and a curse.
Could I see that book of yours?
You can see it already. I assure you, it contains nothing interesting.
Then I'm sure you won't mind if I take a look inside.
Only the empty lord is permitted to—
You forget yourself, Purger. I am Inquisitor. It is my duty to check these kinds of things.
Very well. I need not fear you. My intentions are pure.
You find the most recent page and study the freshly written words.
An interesting read, Purger. I had heard speculation of who the traitors may be, but had no such knowledge myself. Curious. If there is really a spy among us, it would seem you are not him.
Indeed. Perhaps you should think twice before distrusting me again.
Perhaps. Still, I did not appreciate your description of me. I am only doing my job, Purger. Goodbye.
Okay, we're gonna back off of that. Let's talk to Zebub. Hey, bub. It's a frickin' demon. He's got kind of the same sort of armor as Krill Tsutsuroth, but he's black and a little bit smaller and less menacing.
Zebub.
Martialot.
It surprises me to see you here. Should you not be leading your forces in the north?
Do not probe me, Inquisitor. I was recalled by a letter penned by Azanadra's own hand.
I meant no offense. I was also summoned. What seems to be happening?
I will be damned if I know. I am supposed to be leading an assault. Azanadra was explicit in his orders for me to return, though.
I see. Your presence must be imperative if the Empty Lord was willing to postpone your operation.
Of course. Azanadra is one of the few that know his will. Now take your leave, Karshai. I have had enough of your questions.
Okay, never mind. Say goodbye. Besides, I don't want to keep using that voice because I don't think I can keep it up. It doesn't even sound all that good. Let's see. I suppose I should probably talk to all the people up front because I see a little purple barrier that's stopping me. Do I have to talk to Duke Susulus? Oh my god, as if I'm ever going to remember what his voice was like. Oh, here we go. This massive Chthonian is chewing noisily on food of some kind in most of its many mouths.
Duke Susulus.
What do you want, Mazarot?
Why have you been summoned here, I guess? Or who else is summoned? Or, okay, what has happened so far?
More and more has entered the throne room. As the morning rises, it is clear that Zaros is displeased. The room is rife with rumor and speculation as to why.
And what say you?
I say he has spent too long away from that dancer of his. My tribunes tell me she was dispatched to the west on some secret matter that has not been seen in the capital since.
Char's absence is unlikely to be our Lord's only concern, but her silence is cause for suspicion. Who else was on this mission?
That I cannot tell you. Perhaps something to do with the elves that live in that region. I wonder what an elf tastes like. Do you think they are very much like humans?
I haven't given the matter much thought.
I did get the 51% complete, so I'm just gonna say goodbye, because, again, it's a bit of a weird voice. Oh, stop facing me, you giant slug. You're freaking me out. Yalin? Hey, I remember you! We murdered you last time, or the other Majorat did.
Yalin, it is good to see you.
Karshai, my brother.
Surely you, of all these people, know why we are here.
I would have considered myself worthy of explanation as well, but Azanadra is too preoccupied to converse.
As is the case all too often these days. What is your assessment of the situation?
The room is full of hushed whispers, my friends. Some say there's a plot to usurp the empty lord.
If this is the case, then it would seem I have an inquisitorial duty to perform.
Okay, we're gonna say goodbye to you. Be seeing you. Great. Good luck. Thank you kindly. Can I leave through here? No. We need to find more stuff. There's somebody to talk to and or something hidden in this area of the room. Wait, what's this? Wall marking. Well, that's Zamorak's symbol right there. I have found a clue.
Someone seems to have marked this particular pillar with some rushed graffiti. A pair of horns, perhaps.
Okay, that's 85%. I'm still missing something. What could it be? It's probably on this side of the room. I do like to do things in symmetrical groups. Oh! Can inspect a broken mouthpiece. Ah! Would never have even noticed that, had it not been for sheer luck.
Someone has broken this mouthpiece. It could be an indication that they wish to silence the empty lord. It was clear that we had been summoned because there was a plot to overthrow our leader. As Inquisitor, it was my job to deal with such situations, but Zaros' most fierce loyalists would still need convincing of my innocence.
Okay, the barrier's down. Excellent. This is a really cool throne room. Just wanted to point this out real quick, if you don't mind. I think this thing looks awesome. Huge, super cool. Look at the throne with another giant mouth. Gosh dang it, Zaros and your fetish. I am losing a little bit of respect for you as time goes on. Hey, I recognize that armor. I have a set just like it. Well, a cosmetic override anyway.
Why are you here, War Priest?
Leave me be, Inquisitor.
I'm afraid I cannot. It is my duty to verify your loyalty to Zaros.
Bother the other humans. They are always huddled around, plotting and scheming.
I remember thinking it seemed odd that a human would refer to others of her race in such a way. I had a number of tools at my disposal for suspicious situations, such as this.
Use a truth serum, an elixir of revealment, or it doesn't seem to be... Use a truth serum.
So sorry to bother you. Enjoy this beverage by way of apology.
Ugh! This tastes like viri urine. Take your leave, Majorat.
You ought to remember that Majorat are far stronger than humans, War Priest.
Pah! I am an Avernic. One day, you will all bend the knee to us just the same.
As I suspected.
Wait, not a human. What are you? Whoa! A weird demon thingy. Are you supposed to be down on the ground like that, or have I, pinned you in some sort of chains?
How naive of you to think you could trick me. You will be dealt with alongside the other traitors, demon.
Oh. Okay, I figured something out by accident. Wait, more wall markings. The horns look like the symbol of the Avernic rebellion adopted by some of our military. Interesting. What is this? Oh, hello. Sliske. And who are you? I do not think that we have met Trindine.
Trindine.
Karshai?
I see you are here.
I am, yes. Well observed. I can see why they made you an Inquisitor.
Why are you here?
Why do you think? Mystery and subterfuge? Ring any bells? Hello?
You don't have to be so hostile.
Oh, I do not. You do not think I have good reason to be hostile to you?
This was clearly a mistake.
I am glad you realize that now.
So did we just walk into a spat of some old lovers or something? Or I don't know. It's really rare to find some female Majorat. Sliske, one of my favorite characters in this game. And if the whispers are correct, they may already be in Centis... Oh, look. If it isn't Arza Nadra's personal bully. To what do we owe the pleasure? They changed his face up completely, too. They can't leave the artwork of the Majorat alone. They keep doing this.
If you had not noticed, there is a bit of a situation. What about you? Not often you show your face anywhere.
Oh, gosh, I could not miss out on all the fun and games, could I? You need not worry. The Praetorians have the situation quite under control.
Did the Praetorians know of this already?
Of course we did. Everyone is gathered here because of the intelligence we gathered. I act on the authority of Zaros himself.
He must place a lot of trust in you to act so strongly on your advice.
It can be oh so stressful ruling an empire. Busy work, you see, even for a god. Zaros relies on me and my Praetorians as his eyes and ears in Centiston. I know, I'm such a charming individual. But I assure you, the evidence was quite compelling in this case.
Do you have any suspects?
Must you always be so patronizing? We have ears all over Centiston. Of course we have suspects. They never seem to expect us to be listening.
Care to share them with me?
Not particularly. It was to say, you are not in league with them, dear old Karshai. I have always thought you looked quite Shifty.
Now is not the time for games, Sliske. I need to know what you do if I am to perform my duty.
All right. You never were much fun anyway. The suspects have been gathered in the center of the room. Mostly minions, though. None of the big fish.
How many traitors are there? Who could be orchestrating this whole thing?
Oh, I do hate parting with information. Knowledge is power, after all.
Sliske.
Fine. At this stage we cannot be sure. But we have reason to believe that the person behind all of this is a high-ranking military commander.
Is that really possible? I suppose the signs do seem to point towards that conclusion, but you are often in a difficult source to place trust in, Sliske.
What can I say? Sometimes being such an enigmatic individual does have its drawbacks. Good freaking bye. I love Sliske. He is so cool. Okay, I can't go through that barrier, so I'm guessing I have to go all the way to the other side of the room. Which, again, is a little bit of a hike. Whoa, wait a minute. Stashed weapons. Something I missed. In a barrel. I found a clue. So someone is definitely planning an assassination attempt because there are weapons in the throne room. God forbid. Broken enchantment. Another clue. The rings of enchantment protecting this place have been broken. Somebody is tampering, huh? Fascinating. Okay, good to know. Who's this? Thanakos! What's up, buddy? Been a while, Mr. Camelhead. Glad to see that your face looks a little bit more restored, although you look a little bit wrinkly.
Thanakos was scanning the room suspiciously. I knew he could be a sly old dog, so I was keen to convince him of my innocence early and avoid it coming into question later. Thanakos, my old friend.
I am sorry, but I cannot trust you are the real Kashai unless you prove yourself. There are spies everywhere.
Prove myself. You have known me for hundreds of years.
If there are traitors among us, as I have heard, one of them could easily have adopted your visage, especially if they are one of our kind. I cannot be sure until you have answered some questions.
Fine. What would you ask of me?
Let's see. A god watched over us on Runescape. What was her name? It's Ma, obviously. That was an easy one. A blabbermouth like Sliske would probably reveal that information to just about anyone. Ooh, I have thought of a better one. What Menethite deity brought us to Gielinor? Icthlerin. Ah, yes, okay. Perhaps that one was easy as well. You could be any Majorat. We need something only Kashai would know. The real Kashai knows me well. When I wish to be alone, I take advantage of my own ship-shifting abilities. What form do I take on? A camel! Thank Zaros, it is you. Finally, someone I can trust. I am sorry to have doubted you, Kashai.
Do not worry, I understand the need for suspicion more than most would.
I will not stop you from proceeding any longer. Please continue. Okay, but we're not quite done here yet. We got one more thing to do. I've missed something. Something important. Someone I probably need to talk to. But where and what and who? Wait, there's a person up here. Pernix! Wait a minute, aren't you the guy who has, like, the special Zerosian, like, archer armor? That sure is what it looks like. Cool, I wonder if the other guys are down here somewhere, too.
Ah, Pernix. What a surprise. It is quite rare to see you away from the battlefield.
He says nothing because he's cool and he wears black.
Nex sent you in her stead, I assume. Have you had word from Zaros?
None. Hunting traitors. Pernix looks you up and down over his shoulder. He seems to be assessing you.
Surely you do not suspect me, Pernix.
There is a traitor in our midst. Why have you come here?
An Inquisitor was sent for.
There are marked walls. You have seen. What was the symbol?
A red pair of horns.
What is your assessment?
There's a plot to overthrow Zeros.
Perhaps you are not a traitor. You may continue. I will not inhibit you.
Glad to hear it.
Goodbye. Alright, let's go down to the center. I missed something that Karshite said just now, but I guess it doesn't really matter too much. There's Azanadra. Malkos, a demon. Mulzar, the merciless. Palkira. Is that another female Majrat? Why did they kill all of the women when Zeros died? Or disappeared, or whatever. Let's talk to her real quick. Nope, not interrogating, apparently. Okay. Well, who's this? Tobias Bardsley. Bernard Campbell. Azanadra, what'd you call me here for again, buddy?
Azanadra, finally. Seems I am too late, and you have rooted out the traitors already.
I sent for you hours ago. I cannot rely on information from that untrustworthy snake Sliske alone. What took you so long? Actually, it does not matter. Time is of the essence, and if you have come this far, then I am sure my sentries have verified your loyalty. I am afraid the corruption spreads much farther than these 3 Karshai. These are merely pawns. Have you found anything useful on your journey here?
It was at this moment that the puzzle pieces connected before me. The horns of the Avernic Rebellion. An absent high-ranking military commander, Charles Silence. The traitor was none other than the Legatus Maximus, Zamorak.
Do we hide our findings, accuse Zamorak, or tell him about the plot? I'm gonna accuse Zamorak straight up.
Anything useful? I have found marked vantage points, weapon stashes, broken enchantments. I even uncovered and restrained this Avernic spy myself. What is most disturbing, though, is that all of this evidence seems to be pointing towards our Legatus Maximus as the ringleader. I believe Zamorak is plotting to usurp Zeros.
I was afraid you might say that. He was summoned here and told to abandon his mission with Char, but no one has heard from him since.
What is our next move then, Your Holiness?
You are Inquisitor. Time to fulfill your duty. Prove your loyalty to Zeros once and for all by passing judgment on these suspects.
I must sentence them.
Either they are innocent and may walk free, or they are traitors and must face execution. You are the most appropriate person here to decide. Do you not think?
I see. As you wish, Azanadra.
Okay, we'll talk to the Avernic. First off, execution for this one. Spits in my seat. No, not my seat, my feet. There we go. They're a traitor. Execute him. The demon I had discovered in disguise only moments was clearly a traitor. Did not pay me at all to see the pass the sentence. Penalty for treason is death. Oh, I get to kill him. Oh, he was on the ground. He's not supposed to be like that. He exploded in a pile of guts and glory. Tobias.
This one was found tampering with the ring of enchantments around this room. He claims he was attempting to repair it. A likely story.
I've never stepped a foot out of line. I've always been loyal to Zeros. Please!
I mean, I have no reason to believe they're a traitor, but for the sake of it, to be safe for the sake of Zeros, I'm going to say that he is going to die. Die. Sorry, man. What about Bernard Campbell? You shouldn't be messing with the thing, okay? Should have told somebody.
An interesting case. This human was found marking pillars with red paint.
Inquisitor, of course please, I have a family. I have a daughter.
The evidence seems damning. What do you have to say in your defense?
They made me do it, Inquisitor. The demons threatened my family. Please, I had no choice.
They're still a traitor. I mean, they were threatened maybe, but they still did it. So, sorry. It's time for him to die. Whoop, yep, he's done. He's dead. Sorry, man. Very dead. Azanadra, are you proud of me now?
There. I have done your bidding, Azanadra. What?
Zeros! Centestin has fallen. I have the stone and the staff. Soon the very walls of this place will be burned to the ground. People of Centestin, the empty lord has led you all to stagnation. He has built this empire on false promises and deceit. Join me in tearing it down.
Zamorak, this is madness.
Hear me, cardinals, scholars of the church, leaders of the military. Now is the time to rise against the emperor who refuses to show his face. How many of your kin has he sent to their deaths? How many once great races now decay within the walls of this empire? And for what? He has promised you everything, but given you nothing. Stand with me, and together we will bring low a god.
For the Scourge!
How can you betray us like this, Zamorak? After all we have been through.
You are drunk on power. Does your arrogance know no bounds?
It is not you that I seek vengeance upon, brothers. Can you not see what he has done to us? Even now he will not show himself. Even with Centestin in flames, his throne remains empty.
He will not answer your taunts. Call off your men.
Face me, Zaros! Your reckoning is upon you. People, the time has come. Stand beside me, or die for the empty lord who does not care for you.
In that moment, I was forced to make a choice. Stay loyal to the empty lord, or pledge my allegiance to the usurper. I have to speak to either Oznadra or Zamorak. I think y'all know what I'm going to do. We're going to choose Oznadra.
So it is as we suspected. Zamorak, the Legatus Maximus. Such betrayal. Make your choice now, Karshai. Do you stand with Zeros, or these treacherous backstabbers?
We're siding with Zeros. It's not going to matter, but we're doing it.
The Empty Lord will reward your loyalty. Of that I am sure. For now, we must ready ourselves for battle.
Really? Must we? Okay. This is a long video, but I guess it's okay because we get a cutscene. That makes it all alright, right? Yeah, totally.
Enough. You are Legatus Maximus. You are supposed to be loyal.
These are my demands, empty lord. You will relinquish control of this empire to me and leave this world.
Never. Oznadra, deal with this fool.
Hold them back. Leave Zeros to me.
Kill these traitors.
Oh boy, we know what's coming. Oh. Did it just end there? Why am I in the snow? No, I wanted to see the rest of this. I wanted to see the rest. How could you pull me away from the movie right at the best part? We finally got to the action scene. Gosh dang it. That did not help us at all. There was no mention of what exactly Zeros promised us.
Well, the fighting was fierce in the throne room. I could not see what happened next between Zamorak and Zeros, but few claim to have witnessed the struggle. When I became aware of Zeros' demise, Zamorak was standing before him, with the staff of Armadil plunged through his chest.
Exactly. No one knows the truth. No one heard any more of the exchange. Zamorak overpowered your empty lord. That is all there is to it.
He has told me himself. No one else was present when the blow was struck. There must be a missing piece to this memory that has the information we need.
Come on, Azzy. They were in the room, as us the whole time.
You cannot still be in denial after all these years. He is correct.
Oh, and now we got the other god. God of Chaos, Zamorak, how you doing, man? Looking swell.
My lord, you grace us with your presence. Zamorak, please, Zaros is watching.
He has left Gielinor and abandoned you already. But I do not wish death upon you. I seek your allegiance. It is vital that you see the final piece of this memory. Nordic Pravus, I wondered if you would make an appearance. Hopefully, since your indecision in Sliske's vault, you have made up your mind where your allegiance lies.
We do not need to hear whatever lies you're about to spout, Zamorak.
Silence, Azanadra, or I will be forced to make an example of you.
Oh, yeah, shut him up pretty quick.
Good. I know what Zaros has asked of you, and I implore you not to obey him. He only has his own selfish interests at heart. No good can come of this pilgrimage to Runescape, but I am well some of you will care little for what I say, so I must show you. I only ask that you use the information I bestow upon you to make the right decision.
Master, our power escapes with time like sand through our fingers. Our hand is forced.
Have the Majarats not always believed in survival of the strongest? Together you are the strongest. You will find a way to survive without Zaros. I will make sure of it. Kashai, we are about to enter my memory. I trust you will be able to judge its authenticity. Well, I think I would be able to tell if it has been tampered with, but that is all. I believe the skeptics here will trust you as the only expert and neutral party. What I am about to show you all happened precisely after the memory you have just seen. I believe it will provide you with the information you require to resolve your dispute. Only Zaros and I have ever known what transpired in those final moments. Until now.
Yeah, let's go. I mean, I think we need to end the video pretty soon, but let's give it a shot.
What? Where am I?
You seem confused, Zamorak. Did you expect to dispatch a god so easily?
Zaros, what is this place?
I do not know where this power you are wielding has come from, but it means nothing here. You are in my world now.
What do you mean? Where have you taken me?
We are in your mind, Zamorak. You cannot touch me in this place, because we are not physically here.
I expected more of you than cheap tricks, Zaros.
And I expected more of you than deceit and mutiny. You were, my most trusted general.
And we entrusted you with the survival and prosperity of our race. But what have you brought us except weakness and decay? You promised you would free us from the need to sacrifice. Free from extinction.
Semantics. I simply told you what you needed to hear. You are nothing but glorified mercenaries, fighting for whoever is top of the food chain.
This empire, your legacy was built by us. You are nothing without the Majorat!
Nothing? I am your god. You are simply a child who has grown insolent enough to bite the hand that feeds. But you cannot bite now. Kneel before me. How does it feel to be so utterly powerless?
My head! Please, stop!
All that remains is to decide how best to punish you. Perhaps death is too merciful.
As Zeros spoke, I became aware of the power of the staff coursing through me. From my previous use, I knew it was able to facilitate the transfer of energy from one thing to another. What I did not know is that this could also reveal connections. I began to see the metaphysical links to the vast web he had created.
What? Little dots going flying off somewhere.
I could see Nex, who was far from Centiston. I saw Char, who lay poisoned in a cave to the west. And I could even see Ma, slumbering on an entirely different planet. I realized that the staff gave me a connection back to the real world. That I held the power to transcend this prison of the mind. Suddenly, I was filled with belief. Zaros could not see what I could see, and he could hold me there no longer. You think you have fooled me, Zaros, but you have only fooled yourself.
What is this? You cannot hurt me here. You cannot even touch me.
Your arrogance will be your end.
Okay, glowy staff, and... skewer! Oh, we totally can touch him, turns out. Huh, what do you know? Ooh. He faded like the Wicked Witch of the West.
Now you have all seen the truth. It is up to you to decide with whom you place your trust. Perhaps you will give me your support this time, Norek Pravus, and rank yourself among my most revered followers.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm in the World Guardian. I mean, I'm supposed to be completely neutral. I haven't been doing a very good job of it so far, but I'm supposed to be. Surely we cannot trust him. He is manipulating us.
Well, Karshai, was the memory legitimate?
I believe so, yes. It was most definitely a memory, and showed no signs of interference.
Zenodra, we cannot trust Zamorak.
I do not trust him. I do, however, trust Karshai. Even in the throne room, with all eyes upon him, his judgment was sound.
Then we all witness the truth. Zaros is clearly the one who cannot be trusted. The ritual must go on.
Zaros has changed. He is not the god he used to be.
But history has not changed, and neither has our predicament. Zaros could be using it to manipulate us, just as before.
You have said it yourself. Our predicament has not changed. I see no other option but to go to Runescape and see what Zaros is talking about.
Perhaps you are right. Our impending doom is not something we can ignore. But if nothing else, we are now wiser. So, we should just play right into Zaros' hand.
Unfortunately, it would seem we have no other choice. Zamorak will watch over us on our journey. Of that, I am sure.
At least some of you are able to see reason. There may yet be hope for us.
This is ridiculous.
The only reason I will set foot on Runescape is because I cannot perform a ritual on my own. Zaros requested we meet him at an old ritual site, Zemorigal. We may yet get a sacrifice. I might still be in need of you, Norek Pravus. Meet me on the other side of the World Gate. I will be waiting on Runescape.
And we need to end this dang video, and I need a lozenge for my throat. If you can't tell, that takes a little bit out of me. Very long video, but I hope you guys don't mind that too much. Thank you all so very much for watching. This has been Pravus. I do hope that you enjoyed. If so, then be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And I, as always, will see you guys next time.